She started the well-being center called Cosmic in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, in which she teaches yoga and Eastern techniques of health. Sit back and enjoy her interview today. Hi ma'am.
Hello Devika.
How are you?
I'm good. Actually, I must say that it's mystical to be on Mystic interview.
Thank you so much ma'am. And how was your day?
Day has been very good.
Okay. And tell us more about your Cosmic Center.
No, exactly to be precise, it has been year 2000.
Okay.
And that was when it just happened by chance. I was not intending to open it up, but thanks to my sister, younger sister, Meenu, she's the one who inspired me to carry on with whatever I'm doing as a vocation.
Okay. And what inspired you to take up this profession?
It goes back when I got married. My husband being a doctor, he's always been into sports, fitness, and very disciplined person. And so when we got married, he was already playing squash, tennis, and in a holistic way of life.
Okay.
And that is when I too took up squash, and I've played for 30 years. I still go on and off now, but he was the one who got me into it, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And who is your mentor?
My mentor has been my husband first, and then later there have been many mentors from whom like the spiritual heads I've met, or the science people. So many people who I owe my beingness right now, as of now, to them.
All right. And how is your Cosmic Center different than the other yoga centers in the town today?
Well, yes, it's different, because when I started it in 2000, nobody had heard of yoga as such. Nobody was into it. The only in thing was, aerobics, or it was just very superficial way of looking after one's health. So there was nothing which was known as yoga. It was very old-fashioned then for them.
Okay.
And pranayam was absolutely a no-no. Nobody had heard also about it. And thanks to Ramdevji, he actually made the people aware of yoga. So, but it was, what I started was not just yoga. It is a well-being, total well-being. That is why it's different from the rest.
Right.
It caters to the physical health, the mental, the emotional.
Very important. That is very important.
Absolutely. So because each thing is interconnected.
Right.
We cannot isolate physical from mental and mental from emotional.
Yes, I think that's very true. Talking about emotions, there are a lot of negativity around us. A lot of people are negative, there's depression, there is anxiety. So how do you help people who are going through that?
You see, first of all, people don't know how to breathe well here.
Okay.
So first of all, breath is very important, how it is to be regulated.
Okay.
You see? So when you regulate your breath, or you control your breath, or hold your breath, you hold your mind or control your mind. So what happens is, being our exercises based on breath, the physical health improves, the mental health improves, and the emotional quotient also regulates.
Okay.
So all is interconnected, and when we say the depression or anxiety, so all is, have you seen anybody who is angry?
Yes.
Their movement of breath is from the upper chest.
Yes.
They breathe up, it's never deep breathing.
Yes.
So have you seen a dog?
Yes.
He breathes like that, but his lifespan is very short.
Mm-hmm.
The more you deep breathe, that is from your abdomen, the more relaxed you are, the less anxious you are. And have you seen a tortoise?
Yes.
He has a very long life. The tortoise lives for 100-200 years because his breath, it takes him quite a while to breathe in and out, or it takes a long span. So his breath, you see, aging is based on breath. So anybody who does our kind of exercises basically can stay younger delay aging, delay the wrinkle process. They can stay and look better, which I'm sure every female wants to. They can look better adopting this system of exercise. That is how we are different.
Okay. Yeah. So adopting yoga in their life.
It is yoga.
Yes.
It is based on all the oriental exercises and techniques.
Please tell us more.
You see, when we talk of negativities, have you seen, you will see there is the garbage bins everywhere on roads.
Yes.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
So if they're empty, you start piling in the garbage. You keep piling in, it gets full.
Yeah.
Once it gets full, and then it starts to overflow. Have you seen the roads? I mean, everywhere till so many yards, it's all spilling over.
Right.
Same is the case with a human being. Once you have the negative emotions of jealousy, envy, greed, all kinds of, you start, piling them in.
Yes.
You are like that dustbin which keeps on piling that, and once you are so full of it, then you start, you are jealous of the people, and then you start blurting out things which will hurt the other. Then you become a social outcast. Nobody wants to sit with such a person.
Exactly.
So our system, it helps to channelize and recycle the emotions. So if you see, I am happy, or I'm laughing, that is energy.
Right.
You are angry, that is energy too. In happiness, I can dance with joy. In anger, you can fling this cup and throw it.
Yes.
It's the same energy. But yours is
Negative.
yours is destructive, mine is constructive.
Okay.
So in our system, we know how to channelize or transform the negative into positive. That is where again our system works well. It makes you a happier person, fitter, happier, and more accepting, less judgmental,
Okay.
no malice.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing to know. We have things like that in Jammu,
Yes.
where we are trying to channelize the energies from being a negative person.
But
to
I have
being
never
positive.
advertised.
Okay.
I don't want to advertise ever.
But I think that's really good.
You know why I haven't advertised ever? Because anything which you advertise, you feel you are somewhere short
Right,
of it.
right. I agree.
You want to advertise because you feel, you are lacking somewhere.
Exactly.
I know because I have practiced it myself for so many years now. I know the benefits. I don't need to advertise. The people who have done it and who have been very regular and religious, many have done it, but many maybe out of their own, priorities or sets of life, they can't just manage to come, or maybe not pursue. Their mindsets may be different, they want to do something else. But whosoever has done it, they swear by it. And it is them who can, judge what it is. I am no judge of myself, neither of my work, but I am sure of my work.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And ma'am, what is aura? And how can we have a positive aura?
Aura is, you see, there are subtle levels of the body.
Yes.
And aura is the subtlest, It is the subtlest. It is an extension of ourselves. That is where, how the aura exists. Suppose you walk into a room and you don't know, there are many people sitting over there. You don't know, you could be knowing a few, you could be not knowing one or two of them. And as you walk in, you just get attracted to one person. You don't know that person. You feel that person is very nice. You just want to go and sit with that person. It is because your extension, your aura mixes with that person's aura, and you feel the positive vibes coming. That is where the vibes are.
Vibration.
You see, the vibrational level is there. The energy is the energy field of ours now through Kirlian photography. You can see the aura.
Yes.
Through Kirlian, you can see the aura if you are under that. So it mingles, and once it mingles, either you dislike the person
Yes, I was going to
or
ask
you like the person.
Yes.
Certain times you come back from a party or you come back from somewhere, you end up with a headache. You're angry. It's because you've taken in their negativity. They've taken away your positivity, and you end up being, depleted because of your positive energies. You've taken in their negative energies. That is where you need to be very clever and very aware of who your company is or who you sit with.
Okay.
Yes, knowingly, if you are aware that such and such person is not very, very positive, talks about people, gossips, so it's much better to sit alone than sit in that company, because you are not doing yourself a favor. You are your worst enemy.
Yes. But talking about like what you were telling about vibrations, I think we all are sensitive to vibrations, wherever we go.
Everyone
Wherever we go. Like you have a very strong aura. I'm sitting next to you, I can feel it.
See, it could be yours also.
So I think, wherever you go, whether it's a party or in the school, you want to be with certain people and want to avoid the rest.
Absolutely.
Is it again because of vibrations?
Yes, and once you know the certain people don't gel with you, it's always nice to politely walk away.
Okay.
And that is not being rude. That is saving yourself from, depleting yourself. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. That was really good answer. Describe yourself in one word.
In one word?
One word.
Should I laugh it off? Pari?
Yeah, why not? Say it loudly in the camera.
Well, one word. I'm just thankful to everyone who's in my life.
So gratitude.
Gratitude, yes.
Best lesson you have learned in life?
You want me to tell you just one?
Can be multiple. I would love to hear.
The best lesson I have, actually, lessons you keep learning every day. The day I say I know, I would be told. I don't want to be old that way. Mentally old. So the lessons I have learned is not be judgmental. Don't hold malice. But the best one is live simply. Don't try to be what you're not. Don't try to impress people by your brands, by your money, by your power, because nothing is that important in life. If you are a very beautiful person, you may get impressed. If you are a very rich person, you may get impressed by that person for a few minutes or maybe a day or two. But the moment you start talking to that person, you can be so put off. So it's much better to live simply. It's not that you're not supposed to be fond of things. You could live a luxurious life, but simple with it. So that is actually my motto, and I live by it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm very forthright. I'm very forthright.
And I think inner beauty is very important, and you are a beautiful person, in and out. So which is very
humbled.
Yes, and I think one thing which is very important and good about you, you're a very humble and a down-to-earth person.
Thanks.
So how has your experience been in your cosmic yoga, which is well-being?
Yeah, actually, people who came to me and have been coming to me regularly, they have physically really, many people had physical problems. Some even depression, were on pills. They have gone off that. And somebody from asthma, somebody with BP. You see, each is personalized through exercises. But the thing is that the best thing is when they saw subtle changes and suddenly they saw that one day their natures had changed. That has been the best. And many parents of children have come to me, many husbands of the ladies, yes, they've thanked me saying that there has been tremendous change and they feel happier. So I feel very humbled because it is not me who's doing it, I'm just a channel.
Wow. And I think you're a very empathetic person as well. So empathy counts.
Empathetic, yes, because I can get into their suffering, but for that I must say that my physical health also has suffered because of that. But again, I say, if God wants me to be that way, thank you, God.
And what about Reiki?
Reiki, yes, I have done Reiki. I'm a master of Reiki. But I generally don't do it on people. It is just for myself.
Okay. Self-healing.
Self-healing, though a master can heal others.
Yes.
But I'd rather not. I'd rather let the divine do whatever things he has to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now just give a message for today's youth who are suffering with all negativity, depression and anxiety.
You see, it's said, never give advice when not asked for, because it's never valued. But anyways, I would say with the cutthroat competitions going on, there's so much of stress in their work and studies, I would just say or request them that love yourself. Because if you love yourself, only then can you love others. And don't put the material too high on a pedestal. You become a whole person attracts everything in life.
That was my learning as well. I will play a one-word game with you.
Alright.
I can ask you a word. Supposingly I say life, you say beautiful. Or life is beautiful. So it can be a sentence or a word.
Okay.
So let's start. You can have a sip before we start.
Get some energy.
Okay. So let's start. Well-being.
Cosmic.
Emotions.
Love.
Mentality.
Down to earth.
Husband.
Respect and love.
Okay. Love.
Unconditional.
Family.
Bonding.
Okay. Life.
To live.
God.
Have faith.
Respect.
Comes from heart.
Anxious.
Anxious. Anxious could be constructive or destructive.
Okay. Mystic.
Devika.
Thank you, ma'am. It was my honor to have you today
Thank
with
you
us.
so much, Devika.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure entirely mine.
Thank you.
So